This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are thrilled to once again return to the gateway to the West, the proud city of St. Louis, Missouri. Today, we kick off the new year with an NFC North matchup, as it'll be the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Blues of St. Louis. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and this one is underway here on EA Sports. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. Fights off the tackle at the 20. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. The Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. Two remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Value three, value three.
And Goff going to look to throw right away. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Well, this city, St. Louis, so heartbroken when the Rams left for L.A. following the 2015 season. But they believe they get a chance to get a team back here someday, and now today's the day. An NFL relocation team back here in St. Louis, and this fan base ecstatic, and they have welcomed them with open arms. It's a second down run with Sanders. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now a play fake, and it's gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Ready. Turbo 3, kick. Solo left Zion.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Tua. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They're able to break through that initial contact and winds up getting about 3 there. It's 2nd down. Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down at 7. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And his throw here's incomplete.
Well, how about the challenge we're seeing here in this game early? Man coverage against some fleet receivers. That time, the defense won.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Tua. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
Cover 1 high, cover 1 high. Ready to stand.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson. Touchdown, Vikings! Justin Jefferson, 41 yards. And the Vikings are on the board here first in the season opener. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week one. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that in the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 2 yards to go on third down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
3rd and 2.
Horrible.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
A lot depending on the spot there, and he got it. But it wasn't by much, was it? I remember Coach Madden talking about, depending on which foot the official used, that would tell you whether you had the first down or not. You want that upfield foot to be the one that spots the ball, don't you?
And you and I have the luxury of a couple extra views here in the booth, and he did get it, but not by much. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Goff. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Next to receivers, they'll spread the defense out, and they were able to come through with a slashing run.
But to that point, it's going to be interesting to see the personnel chess match as this one progresses.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Can they continue to create running lanes out of passing sets? And if so, it's going to be a long day for the defense.
Now 2nd and 3. Running right, here's Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Orange. Ric Flair.
To throw is Goff. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There's pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will stay at a 7-point game.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got a 2nd and 8 forthcoming.
Ready.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Those are the types of run, Charles, that they say this first-year running back can provide a lot more of in the future.
He made it look easy, didn't he? Picking up that first down. Some have described him as a diamond in the rough with a lot of polish, nice little buffing. This guy could be one of the top backs going forward.
2 and now on first down. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Go ahead. Hey, number one. Step. Out.
On first down, they'll run with the Longu. Afitu Melifonwu up to make the tackle there.
That felt like a trap, because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd and 9. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half, because that's simply not true. But you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know, for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
Now gone. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
Now this offense on third down today, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Off play action. Here's Goff. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now. Here's Jack Fox now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And taken right at the 35. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
But not an ideal way to end their previous drive. They threw the interception, Charles, after they had built up some momentum. They were moving the football, but something to at least build on for this offense as they run back out here.
Yeah, you're right about that. Up until that last play, everything was working pretty well for this offense. Gaining chunks of yardage, getting first downs, really making a push for the end zone, and looked like they had a nice rhythm going. Now you got to have a short memory here. Don't focus on the interception. Focus on what came before it and get back to it. Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Now Tua. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, go to zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Hands it off out of the gun.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Tua going to throw. Flush to his right.
And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
21G, 21G.
Looking to pass. Tua. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. And he's brought down. 10 more there and another first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Right back to him on first down. And he is going to lose yardage here. Another shot from the one on 2nd and goal. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Hey, get safe.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Ready.
In motion comes the tight end left. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Vikings go up by 2 touchdowns.
Extra point attempt to come here. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Cut.
Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Hey, Shell.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And he's able to get up here to the 26. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
3rd and 2, gone.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away.
They'll look to set up his blockers. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. A good return there, 17 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
Go ahead.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now they'll run on the ball. And he stopped immediately there. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout, as it will come with 15 seconds to play in the first half.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua.
That's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6.
And the Vikings are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They've reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
64 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Here's Tua. His throw incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
20 TX.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Now they try the right side here.
To about the 26 here.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Right.
2nd and 6.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Tua sets up to pass it. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Tua going to try and run. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. They run on 1st down as they're able to get this forward for about 4.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they give up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about to us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 33 yards that time. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd down and 8.
Maverick!
Play action. It's Goff. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Andrew Booth picks it off. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 41. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
All right, come on.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
This is 2nd and 8.
Hey, turn about 2. Corner, long. Out.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. Third down and 9.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you've got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end.
Third and 9 here.
Up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on fourth. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
And the Vikings are in great shape here as they take over at their foot.
Line. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation points, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Number 2.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
This offense so far on third down, they've been outstanding. 7 first downs and 8 tries. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
91 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And before this play happens, we're going to get a timeout here. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
All altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
Turbo three, kick. Out.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, Tua is going to change things up.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5.
Play action. Now it's Tua.
Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut.
And the Vikings are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Point after, right down the middle. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Here's Raymond bringing it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line. Take it to the house.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 16 yards, a 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Vincent. The Sanders has got it complete. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Let's go.
2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Vincent. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Off play action. Vincent. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's got his target. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
And that went into the hands of Shepard downfield.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Operating from the gun. Vincent back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other.
And he's going to go down just outside of the 5, right around the 6-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Go!
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. And now they'll shift things around.
Check, Bobcat, check, Bobcat. Go!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown, maybe a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And the lead now down to 20.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. That's down the field for Jefferson. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And that's one of the few things that has not gone right for this offense so far. They've had their share of big plays. That was nearly another. But somehow, he just couldn't squeeze it.
Go ahead.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Well, just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Hey, double one.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Tombj to throw.
That is caught. They'll have the first down and more than that.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Vikings, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves